I'm going to show you 30 best tips that you have to do before you join any K-pop audition next year. Tip number 1. Find out which companies are looking for new stars. If you dream of becoming a K-pop idol, you need to keep an eye on the audition opportunities offered by different companies. Some companies hold public auditions where anyone can show up and try their luck. These are rare, but they have some advantages. For example, JYP, the company behind groups like Twice and Stray Kids, is currently holding the A2K audition in America. If you make it to the final round, they will pay for your flight ticket to Korea and join the K-pop training program directly. However, most companies prefer private or online auditions where you have to send your application through their website. These are more frequent, but they also have some drawbacks. Usually, there are 2 rounds before you get invited to Korea. 1, you upload your video, and 2, you perform one-on-one in a Zoom meeting. I talked to some K-pop contestant who passed online auditions, and they told me that they had to pay for their own flight, unlike the public auditions. So, make sure you have budget to continue the audition next round for online audition, because company only pay everything for contestant who win in the public audition only. Tip number 2. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If you want to be a K-pop idol, you need to be flexible and open-minded. Different companies have different audition programs, and they don't happen very often. If you fail, you might have to wait for a whole year until they open it again. That's why you should audition for as many companies as you can. Don't get obsessed with only one company. Be ready to grab any opportunity that comes your way, as every opportunity is a learning experience. Remember, IU, the queen of K-pop, auditioned for more than 20 companies before she found the right one and became the legend she is today. It's not easy if you compare yourself to someone like Blackpink, who were almost perfect from the start and never changed their company. I suggest you look up to BTS or IU, the K-pop idols who struggled and helped their companies grow from nothing. If you learn about BTS's history, it will make you cry and inspire you to be successful like them at the same time. Tip number 3. Master the art of online auditions. Online auditions are very convenient because you can apply anytime throughout the year, and almost every K-pop company has an online audition program. You can practice applying to at least 1 or 2 small companies that you are not interested in to get some experience before you go for your favorite or big company. That way, you will not make any mistakes at your favorite company's audition, and they will think you have skill and confidence. Tip number 4. Learn how to record yourself like a pro. When you record yourself dancing, make sure your music is clear and there is no background noise. But you can also edit out the noisy background and add back the music later if where you live is too loud. Also, when you record your singing, at least buy a small mic to sing with. Don't sing directly into your phone camera or your camera. If you have a mic, even if it's only $50 to $100 mic, will get the job done and help smooth your voice and cut out a lot of noise. When you find a place to record yourself, make sure it has a plain one-color background wall, because if you have too much stuff in the background, it can distract the attention from yourself. Tip number 5. Learn how to use Zoom like a boss. After COVID-19 happened, I guess you all know how to use Zoom, because when you pass the online application, they will interview you on Zoom. It's not just an interview, it's an audition one-on-one with a judge. They will ask you to sing or show some of your talents. So make sure you find a place that has a good internet connection, and learn how to speak confidently on Zoom. If you have a mic, that will also help make your singing much better. Tip number 6. Save up some money. If you pass a public audition, nowadays the company will pay for your flight if the audition program has a final round. And if you pass the final round in the public audition, you are likely to go directly to the training program as a K-pop trainee. In that case, you don't have to prepare too much money, just a few $100s every month if you want to enjoy the lifestyle in Korea. They will provide almost everything for you. That's the beauty of public auditions nowadays, but they are rare. Online auditions, on the other hand, require you to save up at least $2,000 to $5,000 for the amount of time you have to go and stay in Korea until the audition ends. Tip number 7. Get ready to travel. If you pass the final round of a public audition, they will pay for your visa. But this only applies if the audition program has a final round and selects you as a K-pop trainee. For online auditions, you have to get your own visa, but it's not allowed for people who are under 16, so you have to go with your parent. Tip number 8. Level up your dancing skills. If you are just starting out, spend at least 6 months or 1 year to improve your dancing skills. I have already made a video on how to improve your dancing skills, and it will pop up at the end of this video. Tip number 9. Invest in singing classes. Singing classes are like a cheat code for K-pop auditions because many people cannot afford them. But the judges don't care about your background story, they only choose the people who perform better among the contestants. But if you can't afford singing classes, it's okay. Learn from YouTube or anywhere else you can learn. We might be slower than them, but we don't stop. Your life will be 100 times more meaningful because you work 100 times harder than them. Even if you don't succeed, life will teach you a lot of things. Tip number 10. Learn how to rock the stage. Nobody is born confident. People who are confident and brave on stage are that way because they have done it again and again, hundreds or thousands of times. The only way to be confident is to practice over and over again until you know the process of auditioning. Most K-pop auditions follow a similar structure. People are scared because they don't know what to expect, but when you do it 4 to 5 times, it will become normal. Tip number 11. Learn how to play an instrument. If you plan to bring an instrument to the audition, take at least 1 year or more to learn the musical notes and practice until you are familiar with your own instrument. When you go to the audition, make sure you bring your own instrument that you play every day. Don't use the company's instrument because the size and the settings might be different and make you uncomfortable. Tip number 12. Prepare more than one song. If you start practicing songs from now on before next year, you will have a lot of time to master at least 4 or 5 songs. You might know more than 100 songs, but mastering them takes a lot of time. Choose different 4 or 5 songs just in case the judge asks you to sing a different song. For example, if you sing a Korean song, sometimes they might ask you to sing another song in English or a different style of song from K-pop. If you audition for rapping, make sure you prepare a fake freestyle rap when they ask you to rap freestyle. That's a cheat, but you don't have many opportunities to audition, and nobody knows that you wrote that freestyle rap before going to the audition because it's original. Tip number 13. Get in shape. You don't have to have a perfect body like a K-pop idol, but anything that has the word too in front of it becomes bad. Like too skinny or too fat. Make sure your weight is balanced with your height and keep your body like that until the audition day. Tip number 14. Take care of your face just like you take care of your body. You don't have to look beautiful yet because you are still in your teenage years. But make sure your face skin is clean, no pimples, no scars on your face or body. They will not check your scars yet until you become a K-pop trainee because that would be rude if they check every contestant's scars. And don't forget to change your hair to your natural color if you have dyed your hair or nails. Tip number 15. Prepare your clothes for the audition. They don't require any specific type of clothes for the audition, but make sure you don't wear anything too flashy or colorful. Wear clothes that are easy to dance in and comfortable. Prepare a lot of them because you will not want to wear the same clothes for every round, will you? And don't forget to wear safety pant if you wear skirt or short pant. You can look up to people who auditioned before you on YouTube and see what they wore. Tip number 16. Show off your other talents, such as modeling, acting, or producing. Sometimes you have to show your other talents to the judges, even if they don't ask, because it's your chance. This is your plan B if things don't work out. You can choose any of these careers that are still in the K-pop industry, because not all K-pop trainees are going to debut. Therefore, if you can't debut, you will still be in debt with the company. The company will push you to another career in the industry if you have these talents. Some companies will cut up to 50% of your debt. But nowadays, we see 2 big companies that don't impose the debt concept on their trainees anymore. And those companies are JYP and Hybe labels. The other big companies, like YG and SM, still impose the debt concept on their trainees. So if you are afraid that you don't have any money to pay back the debt, join JYP or Hybe labels. But all companies are trying hard to get rid of the debt concept as well, so we have to wait and see. Tip number 17. Learn some basic Korean. Even if you are not fluent, it will help you a lot. It would be great if you could take some Korean lessons before joining a K-pop audition. Just listen to Lisa from Blackpink. She said she had a really hard time living there because they did not allow her to speak English in order to improve her Korean language skills quickly. She felt very lonely because she could not understand anyone. So learning some basic Korean before joining an audition will make your life easier when you move to Korea. Tip number 18. Improve your English skills in other languages. K-pop idol are not just for Korean and English-speaking people, but their big market are also Japan and Chinese. Company will give Japan and China class later if they have planned to break into that market, but if you can learn it from now, you will be stand out from other contestants. Tip number 19. Clean up your social media profile from now on. I have talked about this before. You do not have to delete your account, but make sure you do not show any bad personality or controversy. Do not comment negatively on anyone's post. They could use that to attack you when you debut. It is okay to post your dancing video on your own YouTube channel. I see a lot of K-pop trainees even have a YouTube channel and film themselves in their company dorm. This concept has become more popular. Even Hybe labels allowed New Jean to make a day in a life video and post on YouTube. But remember, always be a kind person. Do not support or choose any side of any controversial topic on the internet. Tip number 20. Be healthy and happy before you audition. Health is not just important, it's everything. Think of it like this. Health is number 1, and everything else is number 0. Your dream job, your friends and family, money and fame, they are all number zeros. But when you have the number one, you can add as many zeros as you want and make a big number like 100 or a million or even a billion. But if you don't have the one, then you just have a bunch of zeros and that's nothing. So if you have any health issues that can stop you from being a star, such as you get tired easily, you can't eat any diet that the company tells you to, or you feel sad or angry when people criticize you, then maybe this career is not for you. Besides, when you are training, the company will check your health regularly. If they find out that you have any problems that can affect your performance, your looks, or your voice, they might not let you debut at all. So, if you are feeling sick right now, please take care of yourself first before chasing your dream. Remember, health is number one. Tip number 21. Be yourself. You can admire your idol, but don't copy them too much. The judges want to see your own style and talent, not someone else's. Let your voice and your moves shine with your personality. If they like you, great. If not, don't worry. There are other companies that will appreciate you for who you are. Tip number 22. Don't give up on your dreams. Remember, IU faced more than 20 rejections before she became a star. She even got turned down by JYP, the biggest company back then. JYP himself admitted that he regrets missing out on IU, who is now a shining gem in the K-pop world. So even if you face many failures, don't lose hope. Learn from your mistakes and improve yourself until you are flawless. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. You have what it takes to be a legend. Tip number 23. Embrace Korean culture. Some non-Korean K-pop idols get a lot of backlash because they don't know much about Korean culture. You don't have to abandon your own culture, but respect and show them that you love Korean culture because you live in their land. Don't compare your culture to Korean culture, but blend them in your MV concept if you can. Tip number 24. Be humble but always hungry. The competition for the debut spot is fierce. Only 4 to 9 members can make it to the final group. You have to work smart, you have to learn and ask about the company's plans, what kind of group they are preparing. That's when you have to adjust yourself to fit the concept, even if it's not your style. It's different from when you auditioned. After training for 4 to 5 years, every trainee has changed a lot. They will do whatever it takes to match the group's image. If you don't, someone else might snatch your dream away. Just look at this picture. How would you feel if you were almost a Blackpink member, the most successful K-pop girl group in the world? Some of them also debuted as K-pop idols, but not as famous as Blackpink, and some of them disappeared or nobody cares about them. Don't let that happen to you. It's not a bad thing. You can still pursue other careers or companies, but when the opportunity is right in front of you, you have to give it your all and compete with your fellow trainees. They are still your friends, but they might also be your rivals. Don't let them steal your dreams. Tip number 25. Don't be a meanie. I've said it before and I'll say it again, bullying is a big no-no in the K-pop world. It doesn't matter if it's 2024 or 2030. If you're a bully, K-pop fans will make your life miserable. Many K-pop idols have already been canceled and kicked out for this reason, because bullying is a serious issue in Korean high schools. So Koreans are very sensitive about this topic. It can lead to violence and death threats. That's why most K-pop idols who are accused of being bullies quit their careers quickly even if they are innocent. So be careful not to make any enemies or too many friends in high school. Stay low-key if you really want to be an idol in the future. Tip number 26. Be a camera magnet. This is a skill that many popular K-pop idols or contestants have. Just look at Wonyoung when she was still a contestant. She always stood out from the crowd, not just because of her beauty, but also because of her movements and her personality. She had something that made people want to watch her more. If you can be a camera magnet like Wonyoung, your career future is bright. You will be famous no matter what you do. Tip number 27. Beware of bad companies. I have already made a ranking video of 20 K-pop companies from best to worst based on how they treat their K-pop trainees. So if you don't want to end up in a company that treats you like trash, make sure to watch this video. It will pop up after this one. Many K-pop trainees' dreams and careers have been shattered because of these companies doing a terrible job in exploiting their K-pop idols. So do some research about their K-pop idols before joining and see if they have ever made a successful K-pop idol or not. Tip number 28. Don't take any risky photos before joining a K-pop audition. Some of you might have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and some even have photos together. Even if they are normal photos, you have to delete them no matter what. Because if K-pop fans find out that you have a photo with your lover, they will go crazy. They will never see you the same way anymore, because in their eyes, K-pop idols are pure angels who have never been touched by anyone. If you can't get rid of that kind of photo, just say goodbye to your dream job. Even if you can debut, your career will be doomed. Only K-pop idols who are near the end of their contract can have relationships and be accepted by fans. Just like Blackpink now, as you can see. Some of the members revealed that they have relationships, and YG didn't deny it. Because Blackpink has power now, they can finally do whatever they want to do. That's the harsh reality of the K-pop industry. Tip number 29. Be ready to switch companies if you can't debut. You have to audition for many K-pop companies, but even if you are a K-pop trainee, you have to always have a backup plan. If your company doesn't give you a chance to debut, you have to quickly look for another company in secret. Just like Somi, who was a trainee at JYP but debuted in YG. She didn't give up on her dream, she just changed her path. Tip number 30. Learn more about the industry. There is a lot more information that I can't tell you all in one video. I really want you all to succeed in your career. So do more research on your own before you decide to pursue this career as a K-pop idol. There are more dark sides to this industry that I can't talk about because I also work in this industry. But no matter what problems you face, remember to look at the bright side of this industry as well. And there are your loyal fans who are willing to support you no matter what. And if you fail, don't forget that you still have your family at home who don't care who you are. They will still love you the same as before and after you join this industry. So that's all for today's video. I quit my job in the K-pop industry to run this channel because I want to help you guys pursue your dream. You can support me by giving me a super thank. See you in the next one.